Eivor, the wind favors us. We should set sail without delay.
You made quick work of packing. Well done.
The dream of new lands is a powerful lure.
As is the promise of glory. But the act of leaving so beloved a home, there is a sadness to it.
Having doubts?
No, not at all. The die is cast.
Then let fate guide our journey. Are you ready?
I mean, I guess.
I am ready. Let us take to the water and leave unbothered while we have the chance.
That chance is past. Look!
Fate flies on swifter wings than we.
King Harald's banner.
Let's do it.
Sigurd, what is this assembly? What are you planning?
An exit, father. As graceful as I can. For if I cannot be king in the land of my birth, I will start a new saga. In England.
Nonsense. Your place is here, son, at my side. There will be other victories soon. Other glories.
My choice is made, father. Do not hope otherwise.
It is easy to lose one's way on the road to glory. Do not let false victories blind you to what is true.
You talk of false victories to me, old man? A sad old bear who destroyed his honor with one bent knee. The further I sail from this place, the louder I will sing.
I will be his anchor, Lord.
No. You must be his better half. May Agir bless your voyage.
Alright, give me 1 second, guys. Cool. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Alright. Well, we already knew some people wouldn't be happy about it, but I think this is something that might be good for us. So. And I don't really know if we really have a choice.
The time for tears is
like,
over,
truly.
you weeping sacks of wool! Put some muscle into those poles!
Ration your strength, dog. We have an ocean to cross.
All right, you lazy backrout. Sigurd, what's our course? The sons of Ragnar established a settlement near the coast. We set sail for that. Bragi, sing a song to lift our home.
Yes,
To
Bragi.
rouse the gods! Inspire a mighty fart from Thor to speed us on our way! An ocean lies before us, Eivor. And on its far side, a new kingdom awaits.
You know England well from your travels.
I spent a season in their kingdom of Mercia, a temperate land, lush and wild. By now, the sons of Ragnar will have claimed its heart.
Do we mean to join their army?
They will join ours. In time, all of England will know of Ravenclan and the glory we brought to that fractured land. So to England! Glory and destiny!
To England!
To England! For Valhalla!
To both. Ooh, okay. So we didn't really have a choice. This is part of the story. Okay, got it. Okay, I see. I see what's going on. Oh. Oh. Wasn't she from Origins or Odyssey? Maybe not. I don't know. Can't remember. Jeez. Is she blind? I don't know, for a second she kind of looked like she wasn't looking. Whoa. No, she's not blind. Okay. Oh, what the heck?
In a lecture at the University of Cambridge, Dr. Circa told a worried audience that scientists have few answers
That was
for them.
weird.
Since the mass coronal ejection of 2012, the strength of the Earth's magnetic field has increased by a factor of 50,000. This has resulted in huge disturbances in radio and satellite communications, dangerous bands of radiation around the poles, and as we can all see from our window, an aurora borealis that never burns away. Unfortunately, we are stumped as to why this is happening, and if we cannot find an answer soon, it may change the way we live, the way we communicate, even the way we evolve
Who's that?
forever.
Dr. Circa went on to say,
Bought you more electrolytes? Oh, new and improved citrus flavor.
Thanks, Sean.
Whoa, whoa, what? Earthquake? Nah, something funky's going down. Do you see the way that thing was like glowing and vibrating? The thing inside the house?
How do we fix this? How are you the key to everything?
That's Ivor, I bet. Alright.
You're a long way from home, Eivor.
Yep.
Hmm.
So where are we now? England? Maybe? France? England. It's gotta be England. Okay, so I can't use the thing to search the area. Whoa, look at these winds, you guys. Like it's bending that tree. Something's going down. I don't know why, but I'm getting England vibes. Let's just kind of look around. Whoa! Whoa! Excuse me? And we're...
Another satellite. Damn.
Oh, okay, so we're just nonchalant about it? We're not gonna say anything else? Like, that was crazy. Oh, look at that. Wait, so is it nighttime? No, it's not nighttime, because there's the sun. That's crazy. I didn't know you could see northern lights in the daytime. That's cool. So, we're just gonna completely just be chill about what we just saw. Cool. Alright. Let's go in the house and see where our friend went. I don't know what she meant by another satellite. Like, what exactly is happening? Do we not go in? Oh. Okay, that's the Animus. Like, what's actually going on?
Some quality stuff here.
Did you get my tea?
Oof. Mint tea is not actually tea, Bex. It's an infusion. It's really just dirty, minty water.
I don't care what you call it, Sean.
Thanks
Did you
for
buy any?
bursting my
Of
bubble.
course I did, love.
Hey, sorry about pulling you out. The generator was sputtering.
That's fine. I needed air.
How is the Animus data stream? Comfortable?
Felt pretty stable after a while.
Good. Just give me a sec and you can jump back in.
Cool. But I kind of want to look around first, if that's cool.
Another satellite came down. Did you see?
I did. One of Abstergo's.
That's good.
Well, most of North America just lost its GPS service, so depends what you mean by good, really.
Right. Even when we win, we lose.
Okay, we're all set. Whenever you're ready, you can
Interesting.
jump back in.
Okay, well, let me take a look here.
That's quite nice. Soothing.
Use our laptop for what?
Let's have a look.
Oh. Oh. Let's check our mail. Unknown sender. Okay, let's say this. From unknown to us. December 27, 2019. Subject is you. You have a gift and a curse. The gift of old blood. The curse of not understanding it. We can help if you help us. What you did is not your fault? Wait, what do we do? But you must take responsibility for it, otherwise nothing gets done. One of us will contact you. If you miss us, you miss your chance. What? Who the fuck is this? L. Would your favorite baseball team happen to be the Atlantis Whoa. What? Okay. So we first initially got this from somebody. And they said, who's your favorite baseball team? Would it happen to be Atlantis Eagles? And we were like, who the fuck is this? And then, you know, what we just read. That's crazy. Okay. Next steps from unknown. Let's start at the bottom. Holy cow. Okay, so on January 17th, so sometime after, they messaged us and said, L, one last message, after which all communication between us via this account or any other will cease. We have our own ways of talking, methods, and cannot be sniffed or traced. Okay, your previous team made this mistake. They knew the risks, but they were sloppy, left traces of their activity on everything, digital fingerprints everywhere. That will not happen with us. Who are these guys? My colleagues tell me the initial meeting went well. They are... Wait, so we actually met these people? They are impressed, if a little wary of the influence your new toy has on you. Toy being Animus? Maybe? But they know better than most what it means to live with such a burden. I'm curious to know more about this era of memories. Epithet? It is not a phrase we have heard in all of our decades of research. In a few weeks' time, we will contact you once more. Wait. Didn't they just say, oh, from this account, everything will cease. Okay. We will contact you once more. If you're interested in proceeding, follow our instructions to the letter. If you're not interested, or if you break any of our protocols, this will be the last time you hear from us. Take this to heart. The world is sick and getting sicker. And you'd say that again. The Earth's magnetic field is growing stronger. Satellites are falling from the sky. Earthquakes are getting more frequent. Oh, okay, so that explains what we just saw and felt. Famines are becoming more and more frequent. And now we have credible reports of a new and deadly virus sweeping through Asia. Come on. Really? That's super ironic that they would even say that. They probably did that on purpose. Virus coming from Asia. COVID. Deadly. I mean, come on. Can you be any more obvious? Anyways. We'll just say it's COVID. Just because, make it more real lifelike, you know? It can feel like we're living through the Yeatsian nightmare. Near anarchy is loose upon the world. In many ways we are. But there is hope. There is a cure. Us. Okay. Us. In the past few months, we've come across something that may help us solve our most pressing problems. A message. A very promising message that may help us reverse the dire course we are on. If you want to be a part of the solution, join us. If not, we wish you the best of luck. Man, who are these people? Is this... I have a hunch that this is either the Templar or the Creed reaching out to us. Because they're very, like... Templar aren't as, like, secretive. But we already know that, like, the Creed... you know, they serve in the dark, or they work in the dark to serve the light or whatever. And, like, them being so careful and meticulous about being careful kind of gives me the impression that it's somebody else that's like us that has old blood, or quote-unquote old blood. I don't know. That's just my hunch. I could be wrong. But from what they're all saying, they know the cure. I mean, if they're from the Creed and they know about themselves and they've been through this process, they kind of know what's going on with us. So it kind of seems like it might be the Creed. I don't know. But we'll see. Disappearing for a while. We sent this to Rams... Or wait. Yeah, looks like we sent it to Rami Hassan. So must be someone related because they have the same last name. Anyways, disappearing for a while. Rami, forgive the short email. I wanted to call, but I'm not using phones right now and my time is limited. And this was sent on... So May 1st, so quite some time ahead, so months ahead. It's now summertime. I'm still recovering from my trip. Oops. things got out of hand and things got out of hand and nothing went as expected. People got hurt. I told you it was research, and it was, but not for beep. The truth is, I haven't worked for them for a few years. It's a long story, and I won't bother you with the details, but it wasn't for me. Leave it at that. The group I'm with now, I can't explain, not over email, but they've shown me things, given me opportunities, and opened my eyes to a broader view. But not without cost. In fact, I fucked up last year. Bad. More than once, and I need to make it right. I wonder what we did. I know all this sounds cryptic. It is. But I'm not in danger. Not in the way you might think. If I'm being vague, it's because I need to be. I don't want any data sniffers picking up on keywords that might raise alarms. Do I sound paranoid? A little? Here's the point. Don't worry about me. I'm with a couple of people who I trust now. They've been at this a lot longer than I have, and they're going to see me through this, I promise. At this time next year, things will be better. The skies will be clear, the earthquakes will stop, and we'll celebrate Ramadan together. It'll be just like the 90s all over again. Tell Mama and Baba I miss them, and that I'm doing fine. Your sis. Oh, okay, so this is our sister. Okay. So, this is months after the initial unknown sender's emails. And it sounds like it sounds like something we're doing here with this animus and going back and discovering like more about our ancestor Ivor and stuff. Seems like that's going to be some type of cure for what's going on in the world somehow. Is that? COVID? Jeez, I knew it. That's funny that they would do this. I like how games and movies and shows are putting COVID into like their shows. It makes it feel more realistic. Anyways, let's not get ahead of ourselves. May 2nd, so the next day. This is from our sister. I don't like the sound of any of this, Layla, and I don't like where this is leading. Not using phones. Is this the right way to ease my mind? You have my number. I suggest you call it. Yikes. And no, I won't say hello to our parents for you, because doing so will bury me in questions I cannot answer. And to tell father that you no longer work for Abstergo? Oh, okay. Would break. So we used to work for the Templar people. Would break his heart. Is our father part of Abstergo then? Anyways, that's all he ever talks about. His daughter is on the cutting edge of neuroscience. Okay, so maybe he's not. Maybe he's just super proud of us because Abstergo is kind of a big name in this world. So, the man doesn't understand the first thing about what you do or did, and he's still proud. I wonder what we did. I will not be the one to disappoint him. Is it COVID? Could be. Is that why you're being cagey? Something else? Call him, call me, and stop this insane game of hide and seek. I just want to know that you are safe. Is it COVID? I like how I really appreciate how they put that in there. It just, I don't know, for some reason it kind of like not only makes it feel more realistic, but it kind of makes it like, I don't know, in a weird way eases the tension of what's actually going on in the world, I guess, by putting it in a game. I don't know if that makes sense. So this is from our sister to us, May 11th, so a few days after. Subject, no. Thanks for clearing that up in such a profound detail. I'm sure I'll sleep soundly now, Ram. Oh, wait, sorry. I was confused for a second. I didn't see this part. So May 10th, we sent her a subject saying no. I don't have COVID, no. And I'm well isolated. It's just 3 of us traveling together, staying out of sight. Thanks for clearing this up in such profound detail. I'm sure I'll sleep soundly now. Okay, so she's pissed. I mean, rightfully so. She's pissed and confused and worried at the same time. So, I mean, she has a right to be. But for her protection, it sounds like we can't say anything. So files, let's look at this. Session reports. Whoa. So Animus session report. November 3rd, 2014. Rebecca Crane is the operator. Subject Sean Hastings, who is the guy who's with us right now. Reporter William Miles. And sorry if you guys don't like reading this. You can always skip forward. But I like to get into the lore and the story. I feel like it helps. So I apologize if you don't like it. You can skip forward. That's fine. And read this later if you want. Anyways. Preface. The transformation of the Order of the Ancients into Templars, as we know them today, has always been a subject of considerable debate among our ranks. We have operated with the assumption that the Templars themselves hold some or complete knowledge of this evolution, but at present, no concrete historical evidence. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been so tired today. No concrete historical evidence has ever made it into our hands. What little data we do have is mostly a matter of public record, with some exceptions. It's commonly understood that the origin of the Knights Templar dates back to 1119 CE. What's CE? I'm not familiar with that. And this indeed was the appearance of the public face of the Templars. However, our records attest to this existence of Templar agents at least 2 centuries before this date. In one badly damaged document, an assassin contract from Normandy in the mid-11th century, the author makes free use of the term Templar. An earlier letter, this time from a hidden one being assassins, in the region of modern-day Dorset, circa 978 CE, makes mention of Templar spy within the ranks of the Brotherhood. From this, we can safely assume that the Templar Order, as an entity distinct from the Order of the Ancients, existed at some point in the mid-10th century. With an aim to expand our understanding of this dark age, one of our ancients recently volunteered to delve into this genetic memory to search for further clues to this age-old mystery. Unfortunately, what he discovered was of little use for our purposes. Sean Hastings, the guy we're with now, began the first of his 7 sessions on October 5th, 2014. Over the course of the next 3 weeks, he followed various matrilineal and patrilineal lines, okay, so male and female lines, into the past, focusing on 9th, 10th, and 11th centuries in his search of assassins and or Templars in this bloodline. He found none. Of minor interest, however, was the following personage here noted for the peculiarity of his biography. Ulriker Thorvaldsson, an early 9th century Jute who sailed north from modern-day Denmark with a wooden plank bearing a carving of a map that purported, God, so many big college words, to mark the location of Thor's hammer. Is that what we have in the room that's like glowing and vibrating? That'd be cool. Ulriker made it as far as Stavanger before running afoul of a powerful clan there. Ulriker was defeated in battle and enthralled as a slave. He escaped his captivity some 10 years later and returned to Jutland to marry and settle down. The location of Ulriker's map is unknown. Interesting, I wonder if we can find that. And the existence of Thor's hammer, a precursor relic, no doubt remains unconfirmed. Oh, I hope we find it. That would be dope. Ulriker's ancestor was later sailed to England following the Normans' conquest of the island, settling in what is the irony that a man named Hastings would contain no useful genetic memory. Data recording the Norman invasion of England in 1066 was not lost in dear subject. Still, he retained his usual chipper wit and asked if he might next relive the genetic memories of his grandfather to, quote, give a Nazi a proper balking. Okay. English locals of note. Jiminy crickets. Alright. Alright. Layla, as you triumphs about England, Bex and I thought you might want to keep your eyes open for a few things. Assassins' bureaus. Or ones, more accurately. They operated in Roman Britain between the years of 100 and 430 BCE. Right, okay. It's not clear why they left, but the final date corresponds roughly to the Roman exodus from Britain, so I imagine their leaving had something to do with the empire's retreat. Mission accomplished or loss of faith, not sure. But we do know that it was several hundred years before the Hidden Ones returned to the island. It may be Basim and Hytham that are the first in half a century. Interesting. From our own archives, I believe there are 6 main bureaus operating in the Roman period. Okay. Leicestershire, London, Winshire, York, Essex, Gloucestershire. I'm so sorry. These ones. Anyways, I'm sorry if I know I butchered those. I'm sorry for whoever, if anybody like knows these and gets offended. I apologize. These won't be the Saxon names. So Saxon. Okay, so things are starting to piece together a little bit. These won't be the Saxon names, so you have to read between the lines. Animus anomalies. Vex noticed these about 10 embedded in the simulation. They're dense clusters of data that may screw with your ability to navigate Ivor's memories. Great. Approach with caution. We don't know what they'll do if you get too close. They may be harmless. They may induce optical shock or wipe your mind. Yikes. Hard to say. Best to, on the side of hell no. But, if you're curious, well, I warned you. Pieces of Eden. Oh, okay. Okay. So, Eden the apple. We don't know if any ISU artifacts, or ISU artifacts you should be looking for specifically, but they're out there. And this was a period when they often cropped up in legend. Norse and Saxon songs and tales speak of them often, so keep your eyes peeled. Okay, good to know. Especially around Stonehenge. Okay. How could that not be an ISU site? Okay, so this is giving us some stuff to kind of think about and look out for. That's cool. Media. Yeah, let's see this. Tired of reading for a second. Okay, so strange message.
I lived. I died. And now I sleep. And in my sleep, I dream. And in my dreams, I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
A mad one. A strange message broadcast from an unknown source north of the Arctic Circle. The message was broadcast for 9 days, then ceased. Spectrum analysis of the message revealed coordinates to Norse grave site in New England, USA. Wait, Norse grave site. So where are we right now? Are we in? Because we didn't. Seeing if it. I can't remember if we said where we're at. Okay, so no, it doesn't really say where we're at. So that's weird. Desmond! Oh!
No, come on, Sean. Turn that thing off.
Oh, hold on. I like what you said there. I want to get this for posterity. Say it again, nice and loud.
Seriously?
Sure, come on. If nothing else, it'll give me leverage with your old man.
Ah, that's your angle. Nice. What I said was, I wish I hadn't been born into the Assassins. I wish I had chosen this life. Is that good enough?
Sure, but why is that?
Because choice is the central idea of our creed. It underpins everything, right? It's about free will. It's about seeing the evidence before you and saying, yes, this is what I want. Or, no, this isn't for me. But when you're born into a group like this, or any other, like I was, you get mixed signals. You get told over and over again, this is what we believe. These are the rules. This is reality. No deviation. And if you question it, oh, they look at you like you killed a puppy. That's hardly free will. It's a weird irony when free will is your central belief, but nobody wants you to believe otherwise. I don't know how to say it exactly, but I always thought there was something self-destructive about our creed. If free will is the most important moral guidepost we have, we should be free to ignore it. To choose submission, for example. You know what I mean? Like, we should be free to side with the Templars. If it's really my choice, I could do that.
Right. It's almost self-refuting. A democracy could democratically elect a dictator or choose to get rid of democracy altogether. Within our creed is the seed of its own destruction. That's what makes it powerful, I think. And fragile.
Right. The more freedom you have, the more risky it is, you know? Anyway, my dad has mellowed over the years, but he was strict when we lived on the farm. He ran a tight ship. I never got the impression that I was free to choose my path forward. Our creed, our tenets, they were drilled into my head. By the time I was a teenager, I was following these rules out of a sense of duty. This was just what we did.
That happens to a lot of organizations over time. Stagnation sets in, you know? A fundamentalism.
Yeah. Following the rules becomes more important than achieving whatever goal you set out for yourself. And people start to lose sight of the reason the rules exist.
That's called deontology, or a form of it. Following a rule for its own sake and not for the consequences it has.
Yeah, but that feels backwards, doesn't it?
Well, I think so. Following a rule is the easy part. Praying, taking a sip of wine, munching on a wafer. Rituals that give comfort.
But that's just going through the motions. It makes people feel like they're doing something. When the hard work is, well, actually getting off your ass and doing something productive. I think people just want boundaries. Tight boundaries. They want to see the four walls that pen them in.
I don't disagree.
Anything outside that, anything that makes life more complex, that's scary. That's why I envy you. You chose this life. You went through that process, and you decided, yes, I believe in this.
Sure. It didn't stop me from being an insufferable know-it-all as a teenager, but I see your point.
I would have loved to have been a know-it-all. I knew nothing. Not until you guys found me. Yeah. It wasn't until I met you, Bex, and Lucy that I knew. I knew I wanted to be an assassin.
Oh, thanks, Des. Come here. Bring it in, bud. I don't normally like touching, but I'll make an exception now.
I am not hugging you.
You sure? Because I smell very nice today.
Can you just turn that off?
Okay. Interesting. What did it say?
No,
December
no, come on,
19th,
Sean.
2012. For Layla. From Sean to us.
Layla, thought you might be interested in this. Conversations that Bex and I had with Desmond back in 2012. December, I think. Just candid talks, that's all. We didn't square any circles or write any beat poetry. But he did have some interesting insights into his time in the Animus and what it means to be an assassin. Anyway, have a listen. You might find you and he had similar experiences, so, well, let me know what you think. Unless it's to tell me I sound like a total prat in these recordings. If that's the case, just say nothing. I mean, I did have a slight cold at the time I recorded these. That's probably why I sound odd. Anyway, okay, I'm done anyway, so turn off. Turn off. Oh, it's actually just a button. Sorry, here we go.
Okay. And Desmond again. So it's the first, this is the second.
Hold on, I'll just set this
Day
here.
later.
Do you guys record everything we talk about?
Not everything, but you've been using the Animus so much, I thought this was a good chance to learn some things about prolonged exposure.
So I'm your guinea pig.
No, my guinea pigs are all dead. The Animus was too much for them to handle.
Cute.
Can I ask you about the bleeding effect? Any recent flashes? Any memories resurfacing?
Yeah, the usual things. Ghost images of Altair and Ezio a few times a day. Nothing intrusive, just brief moments. They pass quickly, almost without me noticing. Like a figure in the corner of my eye. Or remembering a dream from the night before. I did have one extended hallucination a few days ago. It was Ezio. He was older, around the time he left Cappadocia. He was standing on the deck of a ship, alone. And through him, I could feel an intense regret or guilt. And it felt to me like he'd had a loss of faith in himself, in the creed, like he couldn't keep it up, couldn't stay true to his ideals. And as I watched him, I thought, is this the moment he decided he was done being an assassin?
Interesting.
It felt like it. Anyway, most of my visions have been brief, lasting just a few seconds. They're like Complete memories of small moments that appear suddenly out of nowhere, fully formed. It's a strange feeling.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm starting to see Connor now, too. Though I hear his voice more often than I see him. I'm sure that will change. Oh, yeah, and yesterday, just before bed, I had a memory of being on a beach in the Caribbean with a bunch of sailors. Or maybe they were pirates.
Black Flag?
I don't know. No idea.
Huh. We'll
Probably
look into
Black
that. And how do you feel in general?
In general? Well, I feel older, for one. Much older. And it's strangely comforting. I'm collecting the memories and skills and thoughts of so many people. I feel like I've lived a few hundred years or more. Is it possible that if I do this for too long, it'll push my own memories aside? That I'll be
Possible.
everyone but myself after a while?
Maybe.
It's possible. That's called identity substitution. It's happened before, but it's rare. And someone with your background shouldn't need to worry.
My background? You
Yeah,
mean
what does that
someone
mean?
with my genes? My abilities?
You have Isu DNA, and that lets you see things and do things and withstand traumas that other people can't.
And I can suffer in ways that others can't. That's not something to be proud of.
You mean the apple?
Yeah, it has a pull, Bex. It tugs at my brain. It talks to me, teases me, drives me mad. And what I did to Lucy, God damn it. Nothing is worth the damage I did. The pain I caused.
I know. But you're special. That's the point.
I'm not special, Bex. I'm lucky. That's all.
I understand.
We're assassins. It's our creed that makes us different, not our genes, not our blood. Anyone can join us.
That's true. But let's leave that aside for a second. What I want to know is, have you ever had any Isu memories resurface?
Isu memories? I don't think so. I can't even begin to imagine what that would feel like.
I think you'd know if you did. Maybe one day. We might be able to induce something.
Jesus, let's fix the world first, okay? Before we start digging up my ancient ancestors.
Deal.
With my luck, I'll be related to some third-rate Isu like Sisyphus or something.
Way to aim high, buddy.
Hey, you gotta.
Right, and what's Isu again? Does it say? Maybe it was this one. Of course, now I can't find it. No, it had to be this one, right? Anomalies, Ivor. Oh, right here. We don't know of any Isu artifacts you should be looking for. What is Isu? Oh. Okay. The messengers. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Rebecca. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna try to get through this fast so we can wrap it up and get into the next video. Before we meet at this site, I want you to see these. Last week I reviewed the logs from my time with Bayek. Oh, okay. And came across some old notes. In the years I explored Cleopatra's Egypt, I stumbled across 6 Isu temples, most of which were buried beneath pharaonic tomb sites. So pharaoh tomb sites. I'm assuming. Each temple contained an Isu message clearly meant for one with the ability to read genetic memories. I was the lucky one. I didn't believe they were intended for Bayek himself, as he seemed wholly unaware of the messages as they played. As they played? What? But that's weird. They may have been encoded in a way that only someone with an animus could see them. But Bayek was in Origins back in Egypt. And how would he played? I'm confused. They make it seem like he listened to something played, like as if he came into our time and not way back when. Interesting. Anyways. It's been a few years since I last heard these messages, so my memory is foggy, but the notes I scribbled down have a clarity that I trust. Might be something to all of this, I don't know. Often as I grasp outside of my area of expertise, I'm enthusiastic, but often wrong. Let me know if something else strikes you, Layla. Message 1, intercept, or excerpt, sorry. Layers upon layers of reality, each blurring into the next. Which is real and which is not? What if none are real? What if everything you know is false? We ran thousands of simulations, searching for the right version, searching for Desmond. Each one of them felt real, but there's no way of truly knowing, is there? Well, sure. Anything can be simulated, and finding the answer could mean erasure? Eraser? Erasure? Teasing the assassin maximum, nothing is true. Must be careful not to confuse truths with facts. However, a language game, you will always lose. Though we may stumble in our attempts to interpret it, the world, the universe, reality, what have you, it is always out there. I believe that, simulated or no. What? We could imagine a dozen nested simulations, and each one, on the level of itself, would constitute a full reality. Wolfram via Conway suggests the universe is a giant cellular automata. And further, there is a point where the difference between simulated and real is meaningless. If the universe were a simulation, what would it matter? I mean, it would matter a little bit, right? The simulation itself would be real, and therefore everything within it would be real within the confines of the simulation. This is like blowing my mind, you guys. Like my brain. Okay. Say a scientist were able to simulate pain by inducing only a few neurons to fire. No physical harm. I am in pain, the subject says. No, you only believe you are, says the scientist. This is meaningless, as is this. You thought you were in pain, but you were mistaken. So they're like, we are doing some serious stuff here. Oh my gosh. I see messengers. What? So my question is, what is Isu? It has something to do with the ancient ones. Is it like super ancient ones, like the originals type thing? Or am I like totally misinterpreting the meaning of that? But that's kind of what vibe I'm picking up. And then messengers. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna give my voice a quick break, and we'll come back and pick it up from here quickly. I'm sorry that this has taken quite some time to read through, but I think it's really interesting, and I know some of you might value it, and some of you might just be like, nah, next episode, please. But I'm just trying to get some of the lore down to help us understand what the heck's going on in and out of the Animus. So I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna get some water, whip up some food real quick, and then start up another episode. We'll finish these files off. Something suspect in the trash. We'll look at that too, and then we'll get back in the Animus and get it going. All right? Cool. See you then.